What do, skibbity boo, it's your boy SeanyB Gaming, and this is the channel where we try to discuss our Smite knowledge and expand our Smite knowledge and share it with any viewers who are interested. So if you are interested in that kind of content, go ahead and take a step up, turn around, sit on your mouse and subscribe to the channel. And in today's video we are going to be playing some Chulainn in ranked Joust. So we're going to be going over how to build Chulainn and how to level Chulainn. And then it's kind of discuss the gameplay, where I made mistakes, what went wrong, and we'll figure it out from there. So to start, we are going to get the Warrior's Blessing, and then we're going to be building into boots. And our leveling order, we are going to put 2 points into our 1 and 1 point into our 3. And just kind of reviewing his kit. So Chulainn does not have mana. Instead, he has this yellow bar under his health. And whenever it gets above 85, he's going to transform into his other form. Where he has brand new abilities, all with their own cooldowns. So one thing you can do with Chulainn is run in, throw all of your abilities. If you can time the transformation, you can then transform, land more abilities on them, and then usually they're dead by that point. But if not, we will keep high pressure. So in terms of farming on the Joust map, we hit speed, then we hit blue, and then we hit the harpies in the middle. That will allow us to hit level 5 before our opponents. So we're about to transform. We're not in the best spot. That's okay. So you don't have to do this, but what I like to do is to not put any points into my 2. If I'm going to transform, I want to be able to just dive bomb them and be in their face. They're just going to have to deal with it. I'm just going to have to deal with it. There's no point in postponing the transformation. So AMC is actually in a bad spot here, so we're going to jump in. He did a very nice job baiting. We were able to poke the Anubis out quite a bit. So back to the yellow bar. If it gets above 85 and stays there for a couple seconds, you're going to transform. If you use an ability, you lose a little bit of the yellow bar. But if you hit minions or enemy gods, you're actually going to build the yellow bar with your abilities. So anytime you give damage or take damage, it's going to add a stack, and then anytime you use an ability, you're going to lose a little bit of the yellow, but if you hit enemy gods and minions, you're actually going to gain more than you lose. So we put 2 points into our 1, 2 points into our 3, and we have a point into our ult. You're going to just want to jump on, ult him, land some pokes. He dashes out, that's okay. We got damage. Pop a shell to help save my AMC. So we almost have a transform ready. We're about to transform. They're pushing back under tower. Here would be a good spot to have the 2, where you can pop your second ability to lower your yellow bar. But they were already in tower. I don't have any points into it, so it's okay. We're just going to hang out in beast mode. Hit the camps. So the reason I'm going boots over another item, one, having the movement speed and just being able to stick to somebody with Chulainn makes a difference early game. He's a very strong early game. So I see my AMC getting attacked. I'm going to try to push the enemy team off.
What are you even doing?
Anubis ults. Unfortunately, he gets the kill. One more tick, and I'm gonna transform. So now I'm gonna transform. I'm gonna dive back in. I did get fooled by that Sun Wukong dummy, which makes me the dummy. 7 health right there. So almost died. So we're gonna go for the physical power boots. We just want our abilities to have a little bit more smack to them. And then after that, we're gonna be going into gladiator shields, but it looks like we actually had enough money for gladiator shields, so we're gonna grab that first. The power boots would allow me to bop a little bit better, but this gladiator shield is going to allow me to sustain and really stay in those fights. So they're playing pretty defensively, which means it's time to hit camps. Sticking on my AMC. Hades, we really just gotta watch for the Medusa and Anubis. But since this guy's weak, we're gonna stick on him. Don't want to stand in that Anubis one. Medusa pushed up too far while I was attacking the back line. Okay, so this brings up a very good point with Chulainn. He is great as a frontliner. So if your teammates are getting pushed, you want to create separation between your teammates and their damage. So in this scenario, Sun Wukong was weak, but he is kind of their front line. So he was in the back line. Medusa pushed up to the front line. My goal was to keep Sun Wukong and Anubis away from Medusa. That way our team could focus on Medusa. Almost ready to transform. That's an ult, that's another ult. Shell, I'm able to transform. Ult, gonna bop a little bit. Able to clean up the Medusa, which is the better target than the Sun Wukong. Or the Anubis, or I guess it was the Anubis, Sun Wukong was already dead. So the mid harpies are up, that is something we could go for right now. Looks like Hades is going to go ahead and secure it. Ult, throw the one, able to secure the kill onto Sun Wukong. Did all that with pretty low health. So now we have our power boost. We're going to go ahead and buy a health chalice. So another thing with Chulainn, his passive converts all MP5 to HP5, and that is the rate at which you gain health every 5 seconds. Whenever you transform into Chulainn, your abilities change a little bit. Your 1 has a root, you smash the ground and a line attack comes out, and if it hits somebody, they are rooted. Your 2 is always activated in your transform state. And your 3 is a dash that displaces people, kind of like a Hercules dash. And then your ultimate is a circle attack around you that applies tremble and does a decent amount of damage. Every time you transform, all of your cooldowns for your transform abilities are going to be 0. So you're going to be able to use a fresh stack of abilities. That's why it's okay to just kind of ult in that form. You want to ult before you transform back. So our team's checking their mana. AMC is getting attacked. We're going to hop onto this Medusa. Unfortunately, Medusa was able to get her ult off. Sun Wukong is just sticking to AMC like glue. Gonna get some basics. Grab the 1. Land the 2 on multiple people. Hades is trying to invade the blue. AMC is moving towards our blue. There are mid harpies up. So we could be farming a little bit better here. We do get the mid XPs. transformed. Not necessarily what I wanted to, but I still don't have a point into my 2, so it's just going to transform when it's nice and ready. Gonna ult the minion wave before I transform back, just to maximize my damage. Gonna hit the next camp on the agenda. Hades is getting pushed, so we're gonna run out, see if we can't clean anything up. We get Medusa and Anubis, so we're gonna ult. We have a decent amount of money, but not quite enough to get a full item, so we're just going to hang out a little bit longer. We have a lot of our build currently online, so these are some of the big ones. So I'm taking tower shots just so he doesn't die, or so Hades doesn't take too much damage. Almost popped a shell on him in time. Unfortunately, I could not. It looks like damage is up, so that's where we should go after this wave. Looks like that's where we're going. Transform. Still haven't put a point into my 2. So right now we are 2-0-7. Our team has 9 kills to their 5, and we're up about 1,000 gold. We're gonna pick up speed because somebody took the time to drop it for us. And we're gonna come up through jungle, see if we can't catch anybody in a bad spot. It's just Hades in lane, so we're going to... Sorry about that. We're going to show face in lane so they back up a little bit. Anubis is rotating, which is okay. We're going to bop him if he does commit. Next we're going to hit the Harpies. I call them Harpies. I know they're not actually Harpies, but they're XP camps. Play a lot of Conquest. That's why I default to Harpies. Anubis ult. Hades goes in. That's a dead Anubis. Gonna ult this Medusa. She seems very uninterested in me. We're gonna ult. Land our 1. She beats that. We're going to try to get this kill. Nice. And then we should be able to just back up.
I'm coming for you, laddie.
Almost die there. We're actually looking to trade this Sun Wukong. Feeling pretty confident that we can kill him because he's going to overcommit. But that Anubis is not somebody we want to deal with. So we're going to tag this minion wave and then back up. Is red up? Looks like red's up, and it looks like I am super greedy. Clear the XP, time to back. So I did pick up Void Shield, and what Void Shield is going to allow me to do is, first, they have 2 physical gods on their team, Sun Wukong and Medusa. So buying physical defense is probably a good idea as a frontliner. Void Shield is going to reduce their physical protections, so it's going to make me tankier and make it to where myself and AMC can actually do more damage to them whenever I am near them. Right now we're going to try to focus this Anubis. We managed to ult his Rat, which turned out very nicely. So his lifesteal is a bit of a problem right now. And unfortunately, it looks like I'm building into Runic Shield instead of Anti-Heal. So I could change one thing in this build. This is a kind of a typical build for Chulainn and Joust. The only note I would make is this game they have Anubis who's building heavy lifesteal. So instead of going Runic Shield, it probably makes more sense to go the Bulwark no, Pestilence. The magical defense item that reduces their healing. So our team's pushing. We're able to secure one of the kills. Medusa gets a kill, unfortunately. Papa Shell, I was trying to hit Hades with it, but unfortunately he goes down before I can get him. So now they have Brawler's Beat Stick online, so my healing isn't going to be as reliable. Let's see, they're pushing AMC. I'm gonna see if I can do anything with this Medusa. Ult. Transform. Nice. Able to secure the kill on Medusa, making us 5-0-7. And our AMC died, so that's unfortunate. We weren't able to save him.
Under the tower.
Hades gets wrapped and ulted, so he throws up the surrender. This is ranked Joust. We don't surrender in ranked Joust. So we got Runic Shield. Probably would have been a better idea to get Pestilence. Since we got Runic Shield, we're going to go the Beat Stick for our anti-heal. With Anubis, it's honestly probably worth it to double down. Get the defensive anti-heal and then also get the offensive anti-heal with brawlers. Boom. Just a nice little poke. There's 3 of them to just me and AMC. And it looks like they just secured red. While Sun Wukong is attacking our damage, I'm going to attack their damage.
What are you even doing?
Their damage players. Dash in, kill the Anubis. This is a Sun Wukong dummy that I'm taking tower shots for. Takes me a minute to realize that, making me the dummy. Both of my damage characters are dead. I'm going to see if I can focus on this Medusa. Jumped her dash almost perfectly. Almost like I knew it was going to happen. So they are jumping into tower for it. Wanted to save my 3. Pop my shell. It's going to allow me to get out. I'll go ahead and back. Now that Hades is up, unfortunately I couldn't save the tower. But I was pretty weak. There really wasn't much I could do. Medusa is starting to hit pretty hard. And one of those characters is applying anti-heal, so I'm not able to sustain as long. But now that I got my beat stick on, we're going to build up our passive bar a little bit. Check damage to get the timer. So we want to look for Anubis. Kind of just letting him bop the opponent or my damage. That way I can just go in and clean up this Anubis. Medusa. They get our team again. So maybe I could have done a little bit more to defend, but we clean up their damage, so now it's just warrior v warrior. pretty confident in our ability to outtrade the Sun Wukong. He plays that very nicely. He's going to go ahead and back. Do I go for damage next? Yes, I do. So right now we're level 16, highest level in the game. 7, 0, and 8. We're doing okay. Finally put some points into my 2. Now we're going to use that to hold off for transformation till we really want to use it. There we go. This is a great little fight. We took out both their damage. I do not know why I did not ult there. Definitely could have ulted and killed that Medusa a lot easier. So right now we're going to kind of tank a little bit. See if we can't get the Sun Wukong. He's going to ult, so he's probably going to get out. Here he comes. We have our ult. Are we going to use it? We're going to use it to try to save AMC. AMC goes down. Get the kill. Get out in the red bar. And then we're going to hit the XP. Just trying to keep our snowball going. So all in all, I'd say this is a pretty good Chulainn Joust game. The build could have been optimized a little bit more effectively. We've done a good job of being a frontline. Maybe not the best job of keeping our teammates alive. And then for the last item, I actually forget what this item is called off the top of my head right now. But it's going to give you a shield based on your protections whenever you ult. And then it does have a cooldown timer, but with Chulainn it's going to allow him to ult, live a little bit longer, and he's also getting 20% cooldown from this. So pretty decent item. Once again, it's probably not the most effective item, but I wanted to get some cooldown. I apologize for stealing that kill. Hey, he says no problem, so he gets it. Let's see. We're gonna come in, see if we can get some Wukong off of Hades. Keep the basic attacks going. Hades comes back in, does a very nice job. My ult. So there's that shield I was talking about. It explodes, does a little bit of damage. So right now we are chasing some Wukong deep into our jungle. Probably not the smartest thing, so I'm going to make my way to damage. So right there I was one tick away from transforming. I popped my 2, and then I hit the camp, but it's still going to cause me to transform. So that's okay. Just, there's not really much point in putting a point into your 2 early game, because sometimes even if you do it, you're still going to transform. So doing a little bit of tanking.
Why am I so good at the game?
Hades is able to get the Anubis, but Medusa is then able to get the Hades. Oh, I guess Anubis got Hades, so the Phoenix actually got him. Able to kill Medusa.
They should have used code weak.
So their whole team's down. Unfortunately, I'm not healthy enough to do too much, but I am able to tank a little bit. So boom, that's the Phoenix. The game is looking amazing right now. Looks like we can't lose.
It's no help if the glass is not emptied.
So we have enough for a movement speed pot. Don't know why we didn't sell our boots on top of that and get something else. Maybe we were just trying to get out because I saw that the AMC didn't back with me. Wanted to make sure he wasn't in too much danger. So he's about to be attacked. He's probably in the shop right there. Okay, so right here, mistakes were made. Do not want to stand in that. And unfortunately, I get killed. AMC is able to avenge me, but then falls himself. So, that is our first death.
You are trolling.
I sold boots and I got Heartseeker. Definitely not the most optimum thing to do as a frontliner, but I wanted to get a little bit more damage online. Now, I say it's not optimal because I don't feel like I have Anubis' damage under control. I just got melted and died, and for some reason, instead of doubling down and getting another defensive item, I get a offensive item. So I am going to do a decent amount of damage with my abilities, but all in all, it's probably not the item to buy in this situation. Ult 2 of them, and then I get caught by the Anubis 1, and then I die. And then unfortunately, because me and a AMC on Kuzenbo were so far pushed up without our Hades, and we're in the late game of Joust now. Our timers are 50 seconds plus, and that is more than enough time for somebody to march down, take our Phoenix, and take our Titan. So unfortunately, this is a L. We had a 10-2 game that somehow converted to a loss. Just a very unfortunate push at the end. So if there's anything to learn from this game, it's push with your team. Don't push 2 of the 3. Well, that's going to be it for this video, guys. If you found anything in this video informative, make sure to smash the thumbs up and let me know what you liked. If you're looking forward to more content like this, or you want to see me play any particular god, just stand up, turn around, sit down on the mouse button, and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.